APC breaks silence after Bola Tinubu picked Kashim Shettima as his running mate. The presidential candidate of APC, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, on Sunday picked Kashim Shettima as his running mate for the 2023 presidency. This is coming after Masari resigned as Bola Tinubu's running mate for the 2023 presidential election. Therefore, Bola Tinubu picked Kashim Shettima. However, the APC has reacted as Bola Tinubu announced Kashim Shettima as his running mate in a statement they released via their Twitter handle. Speaking about Bola Tinubu's selection of Kashim Shettima, the APC congratulates Kashim Shettima in his emergence as the party's vice presidential candidate and the running mate of Bola Tinubu. They noted that Kashim Shettima is a truly competent, capable, reliable, and able choice. Funny, because these are the exact words Tinubu used yesterday when he was interviewed as he returned from France. Kashim Shettima was a governor of Borno State and the senator representing Borno Central. So, what are our thoughts on these? First of all, this is like the major news. Obviously, it's a Muslim ticket, and I guess with APC, they literally waited. They waited till Labour Party, because PDP had already chosen their VP, and then with Labour Party, there's a lot of pressure not pressure, but, interest with, who are you going to pick? And so they've done theirs, and immediately, not even days after, they do theirs. So it's a thing where it's safe to say that, APC and Labour Party, they're closely working, in recognition of one another and recognizing the space. You do this, I do this. You make this move, I make this move. Let's look at the comment section. First comment literally says, Tinubu will fail. What a mistake on the part of the APC. How on earth will somebody choose a Muslim presidential and vice president? Have they forgotten that that's the main reason MK Abiola did not rule this country in 1993 after he was winning? I think if anything, it's such a deterrent, because it's like a slap to the Southerners. I mean, again, with the Muslim ticket, it's safe to say that I don't think any Southerner in awareness of all that they've gone through with the APC, the Buhari's government, think to still choose the APC again. Because maybe strategically for them, they know the votes they're going to get from the South or the Southwest or whatever suits them. So they've calculated and said, you know what, they really do not regard the votes of the South to win. And I think it's a very daring move for them to make a Muslim ticket. If anything, there has to be confidence behind that move, right? And the confidence behind that move is that they don't need any vote or a major amount of vote from the South to win. And it's basically that. I think that's the meaning of what this Muslim ticket is. Of course, they're going to compete for the North, and all of the North will not just vote for Tinubu. I am sure that with Atiku being a candidate of the PDP, they will also appeal to some people in the North. And it may actually be a very close shot if you try to predict it, because if you say a third of the North would go for each candidate, it's a little bit safe to say that. If you're trying to predict that, I don't know. I'm just saying, with the way things are, if Labour Party will get most of the South, a little bit of the North, again, we understand it's a game of numbers, but I still think that it was a very, very risky and daring move for the APC to choose a Muslim presidential ticket. I mean, it's a lot. What happened in 1993 will happen again if APC wins. Muslim ticket, they just don't care how you feel. It's not how you feel. They don't need you to win. That's basically what it means. That is basically what it's as simple as that. It's just saying, because again, you can't, as much as it's a game of numbers and, the North is where the population is, it's still very bad. And I think, looking at how many people voted in the last elections, it was about 20 something million people in a country that is totaling over like 200 million. And then within that 20 something million, we also have a chunk of the South that did not vote. So if we have the North voting, and we also have the rigging of elections whereby underage voters are actually voting, when you split those numbers, it's not really been active. It really hasn't been active. Like, so we can't really say that, the votes from, again, do we then have to now trust and pray that INEC itself would also try to be honest in collating these votes? Because what's going to happen? All things work together for the good of them, to them that love God and are called according to his plans. Wow. Thunder fire APC and their Islamic agenda. No Christian should vote for that party. Let him share his Muslim vote with his Muslim brother Atiku. Christians are Peter Obi and maybe Okowa. Maybe Okowa is gone. Okowa is gone. He's associated with the PDP, so you can't really say or do anything about it. Yeah, I mean, what else could someone even say about this though? Because apart from the fact that they don't need the South to win, and it's such a bold statement for them to make, because I don't think it's wise to just because again, be realistic. No, it's like, it's safe to say not even half of it being in the South would vote for the APC, knowing what they're going through. So it's like, for them, they must have had to calculate that. I mean, they're not silly. They're strategists. So it basically means that they don't need the South to win. And if they're very confident that they can go to the North and do what they need to do, well, I guess it reflects on them. But again, you can't, with the North, we have to also split the North into different categories. We have the PDP, we have the APC and Labour Party. I don't believe that Peter Obi will not even get a vote from the North. Absolutely not. He will get a lot of votes. And I think these elections, it's actually going to be an election. You can say it will be a close one, where I think the major competition will really be between APC and Labour Party. PDP is there, yes, they're there to obviously add some sort of nuance and some sort of, colour to the event in all respect. But when we talk about the competitors, yeah, I think depending on how PDP does, that would determine if APC or Labour Party win, because depending on how much votes that the PDP actually account for and take, I think not, because I think as much as, PDP really has just been there, I don't think they've been active or they have been as, what's the word, as they don't go back and forth, they're not really in space like that as APC and Labour Party have been in the past few weeks. It's just been, they announced they've been really quick. They announced who the president is, the VP, but everything finished good. Even though there was a little drama with that. But I think their role to play with it's not necessary that they act as a contender, but they act as that, the tipping factor that will tip the scale. And I think depending on how much votes they get, we will not decide who wins. I mean, again, the more votes they get, you can say it works in favor of Peter Obi, and the less votes they get, you can say it's safe to say it'll work in favor of Tinubu. You never really know. So as much as PDP has not really been in the ring like that in the past few weeks in terms